Matthew Brenner here, and I'm excited because I'm going to show you guys how to get quick and easy wins. My goal is to get you a win within the program as quickly as possible. And the reason why I want to do that is because for me, whenever I join anything, whether it's a mastermind or buy a course or something, I want to make sure I get ROI as quickly as possible. So I'm going to start with this because even if you never do anything else I tell you to do, you don't follow anything, you never come to a meeting or office hours or anything we ever do, and if you just do this, you'll be able to make way more money. That this will easily pay for itself 2 to 3 times. So that's how important this is. My goal is to get you quick and easy wins as fast as possible. All right, so let's dive in on how to exactly do that. So I'm going to give you 2 ways that you can make more money now, and of course I'll have some funny looking shared AI images to go along with the slides. All right, so the first part is we're going to talk about how to sell an equipment pack. And the reason why that's important is because you want to sell people gear when they first join your school. And the way we like to do that is we like to compare it to baseball gear. Because when you sign up for baseball, everyone knows that you have to get the gear. So if you're a parent and you sign your child up for baseball, and let's say it costs, I don't know, $500 for the season, you can't say to the coach, hey, yeah, I'm happy to pay $500 for the season, but there's no way I'm buying a glove or a helmet or shin guards or cleats or the pants. I'm not buying that. The coach would be like, well, I guess your child can't play. It's obvious, right, that you need to buy all the items that go along with the sport that you're playing. And it's the same thing in martial arts. You want to have items that you sell at your school that not only increases your revenue, but that people actually like and they need in order to train properly. So that's why we always sell an equipment pack at our martial arts schools. There's all the stuff they're going to get when they join, and don't worry, I'm going to give you an example of what we actually sell. And the important part is that people actually like buying the gear. Okay, when I started training jiu-jitsu as an adult, I was excited to get new uniforms and then a rash guard and then shorts and then like the tights that go under the shorts and then the all the stuff that goes along with it. Okay, I was excited about getting it, right? Getting like a nicer mouthpiece. So people are excited when you go get into golf. You get excited to buy the all the gear and the equipment. Okay, you're excited to get the golf clubs. You're excited to get the tees and the new balls. It's super fun. Okay, so it's obvious that people want to buy an equipment pack. So here's exactly how to do it, and I like to do this when people first join, and I'll walk you through it. Now, here's the reasons why we love it. One is it's logical to sell all the stuff they need for a new sport, just like baseball, okay? Now, the way that I like to do it is I like to sell it just like we would. Let me just look ahead here. Yeah, okay. And we like to sell it just like we would for baseball. I mean, you actually use that analogy. So we'll say, hey, just like when Johnny joins baseball, he'll need his helmet and his glove and his shin gear and his cleats and his pants. That's all the stuff he needs for baseball. Here's all the stuff he's going to need for his training here at our school. He's going to need blank and blank and blank and blank. Okay? And when you do it that way, it's logical. So of course I'm going to buy this stuff. It's not like you're selling them a bunch of crap they don't need or they think, oh, it's too much money. No, like here's all the stuff he needs to train properly. And as long as every item has a logical reason why they need it, okay? So it has to be very logical and stuff they need. It can't just be like, here's some stuff, here's some crap that I'm trying to sell you. It's like, here's the item, and here's why they actually need it. So here is a pair of gloves. That way your child can hit hard without hurting your hands. Here is a target, so your child can practice at home. Here's an extra uniform, so that way you have 2. That way you don't have to wash the same one in between every single class. You can just rotate. Here's a backpack, so we get all your stuff in one spot, so it's not flying all over the place. When you make it logical, why they need each item and how it's going to help them, it's a no-brainer to buy. We sell an equipment pack to every single student that joins, and it's 100% required, okay, because all the stuff they need to train safely. And if you have a registration fee, instead of having a registration fee, that really just annoys people. They're like, why am I paying this person to type in something in a computer or fill out paperwork? Like, people get annoyed by registration fees. I don't know. Like, for me, when I go somewhere and they're like, yeah, it's a $150 registration fee. I'm like, what? For what? Like, so instead, so we don't annoy people, you can have that baked into your equipment pack. Okay, so let's say like all the stuff for the equipment pack would cost, I don't know, $99, and the registration fee would be $199. Just sell $199 and say, here's all the equipment you're going to get when you join. And that way you're not annoying people, and they're getting stuff included with it instead of just nothing. They're just paying a random fee. Like I said before, people love buying the stuff and having a physical representation of their training. Okay, this is really important. You want to have something that lives in their house that's a physical representation of the commitment they made to training. Because when you join martial arts classes, like, what's going to be in your house that shows that you actually joined that? Yeah, you might have a uniform and a belt, but that's easily stuffed under a bed somewhere or pushed under the bottom of a closet. But if your child joined, let's say, started playing guitar or started playing drums, like, you see that in the house and you walk by it, you're like, oh my God, he better practice. I bought all this stuff, right? Same thing. We want something that's a physical representation of like, hey, here's the commitment you made. Here's the investment you made. We better start using it. All right. That way it lives in their house. It's a good reminder. The next thing is you want to, of course, this encourages practice at home. So that way they can actually have a target that they can practice at home with. So they're not punching pillows. All right. And of course, whenever you buy the stuff, it actually increases your retention because you feel more pressure to actually use it, right? If I bought a $500 set of golf clubs, I'm going to feel guilty if I'm not using it. All right, so that's why we love selling an equipment pack. Here's all the stuff that we include. I'm not going to dive too deep into this. You can take a screenshot of it. This is stuff that we include. And we'll sell it anywhere between, I think, or what I recommend is selling it anywhere between $99 and $299. Usually ours is $199 for all the equipment. And it's all the stuff they'll need for training, and then we add some extra goodies in there. Okay, as long as how you explain it is you say, hey, just like baseball, you get blah, 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 blah. In our training, he's going to get blah, 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 blah. Here's why he needs each item. And then you just say whatever the cost is. The total for that is $199. Now, in terms of tuition, you have a couple different options. And then you go in the tuition part. That's called an assumptive close. So that means you don't ask them, hey, do you want to buy an equipment pack? Hey, is that okay? Do you want me to charge your card? No. You just say, here's all the stuff you're going to need. Here's how much it costs, and here's your tuition. And you go over tuition. And that's it. People just pay it, and they move on. We've been doing this for so many years. It's super easy. Everyone gets it, and they like it. It's not like you're pushing something on them they don't need. They like it because they like having the gear, and you made it logical. Okay? So if you add an equipment pack to all your students, now you're bumping up every student that you get. Now they're making more money right when you join. Boom. Okay? ROI right there. If you already do that, great. Then you can ignore that. Next part is your tuition structure. And this is something that I have, I would say, 90% of my clients do this when they join with me. And I've never had anyone be upset about this later. Never said, oh man, that was a really terrible idea, man. I'm really upset I did that, okay? I'm going to show you how to adjust your tuition structure and make more money with actually seemingly charging less. But how does that actually work? This is something we've been doing in our schools for decades, and it works like a freaking charm. And you're going to make more money, and it's just amazing. So if you never do anything I ever tell you to do in the future, and you just do this, my program will easily pay for itself 5 to 10 times over the years, okay? So what if you can charge less but make more, all right? That's the goal of this. And what would you do with an extra 8% raise? I'm going to show you how to give yourself an 8% raise right now. And that's a lot. Like if your school's making $500,000 a year, this is a way to instantly, without barely doing anything, without getting any more students, but to make it where you're making an extra, what is 8 times 5? 40, right? An extra $40,000 a year. Like, what could you do with an extra 40 grand? And here's what you do. You just charge tuition biweekly, every 2 weeks. So if normally your tuition's $199 a month, I would just change it to $99 biweekly every 2 weeks. It's super easy. It's super simple. And here's why it's a no-brainer. First thing is, it's easier to sell. Why is it easier to sell? Because it's a lower number. So whether it's you selling your memberships or whether it's one of your clients, it's easier to sell when it's a lower number. As simple as that. So if I was charging $300 a month, normally I would say, okay, our tuition is going to be $149 biweekly every 2 weeks. All right. And a lot of people love it because it's easier to budget because many people get paid in that cadence. They get paid from work every 2 weeks. So it makes it easier for them. And not only is it easier for them, but you get 2 extra payments per year per student. That's an 8% raise. You're giving yourself a raise. I'm giving you permission to make more money and pay for yourself, pay yourself even higher right now with like basically no work. All right. And the other reason why I love it, it's a no-brainer, is when there's a credit card gets stolen or there's a fraud or something, and people switch their credit cards all the time. You only miss 2 weeks instead of a whole month for lost credit cards. That's it. Instead of missing a whole month of tuition, you only miss 2 weeks. Think about how much easier that is. You just need to be very clear that biweekly means every 2 weeks. Okay, so you can't say twice a month. It's not twice a month because every year you'll get 2 extra payments. So for every 6 months they train, you get 1 extra installment. So that means that twice a year they're going to have an extra payment in the month. And so just whenever you enroll people, just make sure you're very clear. So, and the way we do that is we say our tuition is, let's say it was $99 biweekly. I would say it's $99 biweekly every 2 weeks. Or the other option is $129 biweekly every 2 weeks. That's it. I just make sure to say every 2 weeks, especially if it's English as a second language for someone, or even if it's not. Some people are not sure what biweekly means, and I want to be extra clear with that, okay? Biweekly every 2 weeks. As long as you say that, you'll be actually good. You'll do good. How do you change this? Like, how do you actually do it? Well, first of all, it's up to you, but I think only do this for new students. You don't you don't create a giant uproar in your school, people who are upset at you. Now, I've had plenty of people change it for their current students, and they literally don't need a bad an eyelash, and it's fine. But if you want to do it just for new students, cool. Just do that, okay? Don't offer any other options. Don't give them, a monthly option, this option, that option. No, just the biweekly options. That's it. It's $99 biweekly, or $149 biweekly, or $199 biweekly every 2 weeks. That's how it's structured. If they say, can I do it monthly? We say, nope, that's how a tuition company charges it. And they'll say, okay, sounds fun. And they just do it, okay? So how do you actually change this? Well, it's going to take you a total of 30 seconds. You're going to go in your software, your CRM, whatever you use, change the membership options to charge every 2 weeks instead of monthly. Okay, so if I was charging, let's say $200 a month, I would, instead of $199 a month, I would just change it immediately to $99 biweekly, and that's it. You'll get an 8% raise immediately. You could do this starting tomorrow at new students. It's super easy. Don't wait. This is the easiest fix ever. If you never do anything I'd ever tell you to do, you never follow anything, and you just do this program will pay for itself easily. All right, so toast to that. Toast to you making more money. Toast to AI images. Hope this was helpful. Do this right now so you can get quick wins and ROI in your investment as fast as possible.